Alright friends, so in this video I want to share with you the basic concept that everything is editable. As a photographer, you're constantly changing, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly in a state of flux. I think one of the things that actually for me is very intimidating as a photographer is a lot of us who are seeking deeper meaning in our photography or are seeking more fame or recognition, whatever, we think the goal is to make this amazing photography book that'll last forever. Now, I think with digital photography and the internet, it's really awesome because everything after you publish it, you could kind of edit it afterwards. And so I'm actually anti-finality. I'm a big fan of the artist Willem de Kooning. He says, I never finish. So he was a painter, he's just kind of painting abstract stuff, and he's like, it's about done, and then he just moves on to the next thing. And I also think the same thing is with photography projects, is that with the internet and with digital portfolios, you could constantly add to photo projects, remove from photo projects, you could move around the photos, and you could work on a project as long or short as you want. And realize that as a photographer, your tastes, your forms, your way of thinking is going to change. So for example, don't think that you have to be a black and white photographer for your entire life. You could switch, you could evolve to shooting color photography. Maybe you could start shooting with a phone. You could shoot 35mm film. You could shoot medium format film. You could shoot large format film. You could shoot black and white film, color film. There's so many different ways you could change and evolve your working process as a photographer. Also realize that as a photographer, we're the happiest when we're active. So even one thing I've been liking to do is when I'm bored or I'm just kind of trying to relax in the evenings before I sleep, don't just, zone out and watch Netflix. I actually keep all my photos synced on Dropbox. So I have Dropbox Pro. I pay about 10 bucks a month for a terabyte storage. I'm starting to look back at my old photos all the way from 2014, about 4 years ago, and finding more joy, like reliving my old photographs. And it's actually kind of good because some of the photos that I thought were really good 4 years ago, now I'm like, I don't think they're that good. But there's actually some photos that I thought 4 years ago weren't that good. Now I look at them with fresh new eyes. I actually appreciate them more and I realize there's a lot of joy in it. So I would also recommend you, as a practical sense, barbell your photography, that you're always out making new photos, but also use some time to review your old photos from several years back and treat your own photography website and your own photography blog as your own personal playground to just upload new photos, delete old photos, and just kind of keep things in a state of flux. So remember, photography, art, everything is editable. Even if you're a writer, you blog about something, if you did a typo or something, you go back and you could edit it, you could change it. So don't feel so pressured that your photography needs to be perfect. Even if you're using Facebook or social media or Instagram, you upload photos. If later you don't really like the photo, you can always go back and delete it or remove it or re-upload it. So once again, remember that you're in a state of flux as a photographer. Don't let finality or this concept, you need to be perfect, hold you back. My suggestion is get it 80% good enough, hit publish, know that you can always go back and edit it later.